to day 0 of my next diet challenge, guys. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Heather, and I am a whole food plant-based eater who is trying every diet plan out there to see what it is that actually works and doing a 30-day challenge of all of them. So this diet, this 30-day challenge is going to be about SOS free. So for those of you that don't know what an SOS free diet is, salt, oil, and sugar are considered by Chef AJ to be the evil trinity, which is kind of amusing. But so sugar, that means no added sugars, and that would include things like maple syrup, regular table sugar. There's all sorts of things that would include. Agave, anything that doesn't come in a piece of fruit would be considered outside sugar. Also, no fake sugars, which are absolutely just as bad for you as regular sugar. So there'll be no aspartame, no stevia, no anything along those lines. The one exception might be if you found stevia leaves and wanted to chew on one of those or put it in your food somehow or something like that, because then it would actually be the plant more so than anything. So not really sure about how that goes, but I'm not going to go out of my way to find a stevia plant, to be honest with you. So then O is oil, and that is not hard. For those of you that have not taken oil out of your diet yet, or haven't even contemplated the thought of taking oil out of your diet, it's super easy. So you need oil to cook nothing, unless you're going to deep fat fry something, in which case then maybe the air fryer could do something comparable for you. I'm not really 100% sure. But you don't need oil to fry your vegetables in. You don't need oil to make a stir fry. You just don't. So the only part of that that's a little bit difficult would be that oil is in everything, pretty much. So if you buy something, if you want to have chips, if you want to have just processed easy convenience, you're going to have oil. And so that obviously makes a challenge there. And salt. So salt would entail added salt. So that would be in also everything practically that's processed. But it doesn't count, obviously, salt that's naturally found in foods. So if you think about it, the amount of sodium that you would have in the day, the amount that they recommend is okay or healthy for you, I think is like 2,500 milligrams per day. It's standard American diet type amount of sodium. And if you follow an SOS free diet, based on the fact that there's salt in vegetables, not much, and it's not salt, it's sodium, but anyway, sodium in vegetables, you get about probably 500 milligrams of sodium in vegetables in a day. Maybe a little less than that, depending upon what kind of vegetables you're eating. But that just means no added maybe soy sauce or vegetable broth or something along those lines. So also there's SOS free, and there's also SOFAS free. So that actually is a fairly new terminology that I hadn't heard in the past that's been going around, and primarily it's being promoted by Chef AJ, and that is salt, oil, flour, alcohol, and sugar. So I am going to follow an SOS free challenge. I don't think I'm going to do the sofas challenge, because I make a smoothie that uses peppermint extract in it, and it has obviously alcohol in it from that. That's the only alcohol that is in my life whatsoever. But there's that. Our vanilla, we make our own homemade vanilla with potato vodka, and so if you use vanilla and you don't cook it, then that obviously has got some alcohol going on there too, but whatever. So there would be that for the alcohol part, but I don't drink, so that's not really an issue. But the flour, I probably will have some rice pasta, which would obviously be processed rice. It would be a flour product. And even though I probably could avoid that for the month and not really mind, it's not that big of a deal to me, I would like to be able to use tapioca flour as a thickener or tapioca starch, whatever you want to call it, as a thickener. So if I said I was going to do the sofas, that would knock that out. And I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to do that. So I might even have a couple pieces of bread. I make bread for my two of my boys, and their bread is sugar-free and salt-free. There's nothing in it that would not be an SOS free. So there's that. And then what am I going to eat? That would probably be something that you guys might actually like to know about if you wanted to try this challenge. So if you've watched my previous videos, you know that I eat salad pretty much every day. I eat a really big salad pretty much every day. And that won't change, to be honest with you. That really won't change. Now that I'm not on a restricted fat diet, I may go and look up a couple of salad dressings to put on my salad that I could make from home. But I might not, because it's just added calories that you don't necessarily need, even though the flavor is pretty good. So I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I'm not sure. So I'll probably have a salad every day. And then there is I think it's from Kitchen Basics. Yeah, I think that's it. Kitchen Basics. They make an unsalted vegetable broth, and it's not great. I mean, I really, really like the Better Than Bouillon No Chicken base, but it is like pure salt. But that's okay. We can use the unsalted version, just use a lot of spices in it, and that would be fine. But I'm going to probably make my own marinara sauce. There's a couple of different cheese. I mean, if you're a vegan, you know that there is no such thing as cheese anymore, but a cheese sauce type recipe to put over some maybe potatoes or maybe some broccoli or something along those lines. You could do those without salt, no problem. There are primarily, I believe, 3 people that I'll end up following. There's Kathy Fisher. She works at True North Health Center, I think that's what it's called, in California. And she has a website called Straight Up Foods, or Straight Up Food, sorry. And I know she has a book, the same title. But she has a ton of recipes on her website. She has a clamless chowder that I'd really like to try, a beefless stew that I'd like to try, and all of her stuff is SOS free. There's a chef that works at True North Health Center. I'm not actually 100% sure what Kathy Fisher is. I know she's a health coach for sure. I don't think she's a trained chef. I don't know that for sure. But the other chef that works there, one of them, his name is Ramses Bravo, I believe is his name, Chef Bravo. I know it's his last name, Bravo. And he has a book called Bravo. And he's also completely SOS free. And so his recipes will be something that I will look at. And then Chef AJ obviously has been SOS free for a very, very long time. She has a lot of different recipes out there floating around. And her one book is called Unprocessed. It uses a lot of dates and stuff, I believe, though, and maybe some nuts here and there and stuff. And I'm not going to avoid overt fats. I'm not going to not have an avocado if I want one. I'm not going to not have nuts or seeds if I want them. I just won't go out of my way to include them. Every time I have a smoothie, I will definitely put some ground flaxseed in it, just for the omega-3s that you get in there. But that's about it. So today is day 0. And I have some things I need to do today. I need to go get some groceries, because we have things like canned beans in the house and canned tomatoes and canned corn and that type of thing. But I need to get some of those that have no sodium added to them, which, to be honest with you, I found like cans of corn, and they're very sweet corn. It's really good. Cans of corn at, I believe it was Albertsons, for like 69 cents that are no salt added. So it's not going to be any more expensive really than buying traditional food, really. I mean, a little bit more, but not that bad. And I really don't mind buying frozen vegetables. I actually really like frozen corn and frozen mixed veggies and frozen green beans, all that kind of stuff. And they have obviously no salt added to them. You'd have to be careful what you buy, I'm sure, but they don't have anything added to them, so that will be easy. But other than that, I'll obviously have rice. Like on my last challenge, the rice diet challenge. If you guys haven't seen that yet, you should definitely go take a look at that. And I'll have potatoes, and occasionally I'll probably have some rice pasta. As you guys may or may not know, we're gluten-free in our house, have been for years. But let's see, what else starch wise? I'm definitely, it's starting to get to be that time of year when squashes should start going on sale. So acorn squash and that kind of thing. I'm real excited about that. Let me tell you, I love spaghetti squash and acorn squash. I'm really looking forward to that. And otherwise, yeah, that's about it. So again, wish me luck, and I think that this will go well. Oh, I probably do need to mention this. So if you guys have been following me for the last month, you probably did hear me say towards the beginning of the diet challenge twice that I thought the SOS free diet would be super easy, and so it wouldn't be a challenge because I already don't eat oil and I don't add sugar to things and blah, blah, blah. So you might wonder, well, why are you picking an SOS free diet when you already did a diet that was a rice challenge that was pretty easy? Why are you picking another pretty easy diet? And I've thought about this, I really have, and I actually, based on what I ate this last month, I'm kind of a little concerned about this salt-free thing, to be honest with you. So I had vegan sushi pretty often, and it's okay by itself, but when you add a little bit of chili sauce and like hot pepper sauce and some soy sauce, yum, super good. But you can't do that if you're going salt-free. And I've had teriyaki sauce on things, and I've had barbecue sauce on things, and I've had sweet and sour sauce on things, and I've put the Better Than Bouillon no chicken and no beef broth in my soups, and I have come to realize that I'm pretty dependent on salt flavored things. So, and the other reason that I decided to choose this diet was because there is a paper that I just heard about that was published that basically says that salt really and truly is an appetite stimulant. It causes you to overeat. And I kind of believe that, to be honest with you, because when something tastes super good, why wouldn't you eat more of it? I mean, you'll eat until you're full, and I get that, but if it's not like, oh my gosh, this is super, super, super good, maybe you would eat till you're a little bit less full and you're just satisfied. I don't know. I'm not really sure. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna try this. I'm a little nervous, to be honest with you, because I've never purposefully tried to not put salt in my food. Although, as many of you know, I don't add salt to anything, but all of the sauces you would buy everywhere have salt in them. So anyway, we're gonna be doing some cooking this month, guys. I hope you're ready. So anyway, that's why I picked this diet, is I actually do think this will be a challenge for me. The rice diet was pretty darn easy. I really enjoyed it, but I'm not sure about this one. This one might be a little bit of a struggle. I'll just have to get inventive. It'll be good. We'll be inventive, and I will help you guys figure out some meals that you will like, and I'll probably make a few things that I'm like, yeah, don't try this. This is not so awesome. Just like last time. So anyway, guys, have a good one. I'm going to get some groceries today, do a few chores, and I will talk to you tomorrow.